CJ, what's your mindset when you're down a couple of starters? There's a good chance you're going to get more minutes, maybe a start, whatever. Does it kind of get your juices going a little earlier in the day?
I just approach the game the same way. Just try to, follow the game plan, play within myself. Obviously, you know that there's going to be some changes in the lineups and there's going to be different things you're going to have to be prepared for. But I think I don't try to, hype myself too much or think my way out of it. It's just about being prepared to be in the moment. That's the biggest thing. And whatever moments come during the game, you just play hard.
When you face a team that's as potent offensively as they are, does that put more pressure on your defense to slow them down or your offense to sort of keep up with them?
I think it's a little bit of both. The offense is gonna dictate some of the defense because of the shots we take, and not turning the ball over to let them get out and run and get their shooters open looks and things like that. And then at the same time, there's going to be times we're just going to have to strap up and be able to defend and get multiple stops in a row. And they got a bunch of guys that space the floor and, multiple one-on-one guys. And IT, LeBron, Andy Wade, guys that can score. Jeff Green's attacking and transition things. They got a lot of guys that are doing a lot of things. So it's just about, focusing on who you guarding, what the game plan is, and just make everything tough. The easy thing, giving them easy baskets is what makes it even tougher because they're going to make tough shots. So giving them easy shots is what you don't want to do.
LeBron's obviously a colleague in this league with you, but do you ever marvel at what he's doing at his 15th season?
Yeah, I mean, watching it on TV, being a fan of the game, it's amazing. You can't take anything away from the guy's work ethic and what he's been able to do as far as the consistency and staying healthy and just the way he plays the game, And I think that's why guys like to play with him. He passes the ball, he plays hard, he communicates, and he's obviously proven that he can win. So. It's one of those things I think when you're in it, you don't see as much of the marble because you're trying to compete at the same time. And then when you go home or when you're done playing and you sit around with your boys in the backyard and y'all talk about it, then it's like, yeah, I remember what it was like, or watching the old highlights or whatever it may be,
Wayne mentioned Tuesday's game and Monday's game a bit, that the ball sort of stopped moving the way it has been. What did you see on film? And, is there an explanation for it other than Kyle's not there?
He definitely makes a difference because he's out there playing, quarterback, pointing and getting guys moving and getting the ball spread around. And then at the same time, I think it's hard not to let Debo do what he's been doing.
Yeah.
And he's playing so well that I think looking at from the other side, the other four guys are kind of like watching him because he's been making the right decisions, been scoring, and it's so much of kind of trying to stay out of his way.
But you weren't here the last 2 years, but that's sort of what part of the shift is about, like getting away from that, no matter how well he's playing. So how much of a challenge is that to walk that balance?
I think it's more on us to be able to move and be available and try to do some more things just to kind of not get stagnant. Run some different sets in our counters that we have and moving, and when they come to double team and getting out early in transition, I think that'll help because you got to let him be him when he's playing at the level he's playing right now. I don't know any other way to put it. He's at the top of his game. At least if he's not, and if he's got another step, I need him to do it. But he's playing great.
But that's one of the balanced parts of basketball, right? Is stars who figure out how much is them and how much is other people, and then the team adjusting to that. When you got a guy who's in that kind of command of his game.
Yeah, and it's not like you're playing with the guy who's not willing to play the game the right way.
Yeah.
So I think it's just about all of us trying to come together and finding a way to help him, and then knowing that they're going to come double team or try to get the ball out of his hands early, and him being willing to be able to, give it up and let us make plays for him and get the ball back to him or whatever it may be, which he's done and which we have been doing a better job of before, as of late. But when you got a guy, like I said, doing what he's doing, you kind of just, like, go ahead, man, like win the game for us. And,
it's not like he's Iverson in that way, right? But it's a similar kind of centrality, right, to a team.
And I think it's definitely different when, like you said, without Kalo.
Yeah.
Without Kalo out there, you lean on him even more with the ball in his hands. And it's hard to not be in attack mode when you know they're going to come after you and you want to get it, get into your sets faster or get downhill faster. And he's a great scorer in the mid-range and the lane. He's getting there. And that's what he's been doing. So now all of a sudden you want to say, well, we need you to, not do that, and you can't. So, I mean, Kalo makes such a big difference just, being able to spread the ball around and take some of that ball handling responsibility off of him.
Just that brain on the floor, right?
Yeah, that's all it is, just understanding where guys are, getting them shots, and just keeping the pace even. And Debo's an excellent passer. He just passes out of what he does. Yeah. And it's not, he don't think like a point guard, which he shouldn't because he's not a point guard.
Yeah.
Have you learned anything about DeMar's game since coming here? You've played against him for years, obviously played against him in the playoff series, but is there anything that...
I mean, the two things right away that I noticed, one, I think seeing him every day, like his size, his physicality, like he's a lot bigger and stronger than you think, I think, just looking at him. And then the second thing, his offhand, he uses extremely well, his left hand, and he's a much better passer than I thought he was, because you used to seeing him scoring everybody when you watch him play, being on the floor with him or watching him during practice scrimmages and from the bench before you check in, you see the things that he does, all the little things, and those are the things that I think that blew my mind when I got here, because he was much more complete than I thought.
Well, the way to defend him used to be stick a long guy on him and kind of bait him into dribbling and dribbling and dribbling and dribbling, rather than because you didn't figure he'd make the pass, he didn't
mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's growing. I mean, you play as many games as he has, big games, get to steps where there's got to be another corner you have to turn to be able to get even better. And you figure out what those things are. That's what great players do, winners do. They figure out what's going to make them win. And that's what he's done. He's continued to add things to his game. And everybody talked about the three-point thing. I don't think he did it for them. I think it was more for him. But it feels good to shut people up. And he's continuing to just excel.
He really does work on his offense stuff too.
He works on. I've never seen him shoot a shot that he's never worked on. Mm-hmm. And that's all those great guys talk about that, like the Kobe's and the Dirks and all the great scorers. They all repetition of all the same shots they know they're going to get in the game. There's no need to be out there trying to do stuff outside of your package. But at the same time, when your offensive package is that big, then it's a lot of shots.
It feels like Kobe was more comfortable playing to the very edge of his capabilities, though. Like DeMar seems like, especially this year, the way he plays slowly. He's not trying to go as far out on the trapeze, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think one of the reasons the name that Debo comes to my mind, because you can't make him do anything he doesn't want to do. Like, he's going to do what he wants, he's going to play at his pace, he's going to get his shots. And it's amazing, because every night he comes into the game and the shots he wants to get, the places he wants to play in, the mid-post and downhill, off pick and roll, and he gets everywhere he wants to get all the time, and he makes it look as easy as he can. And that's the thing that's one of the other things that's stuck out. Like it looks effortless. And I think the great guys do, because they're prepared for every situation.